Good morning. This is Mr. Michael, and we are continuing in 5.5a. This is the axle for the Automoblox. Again, we've opened up a brand new part drawing. We're now going to click on 2D Sketch, click the XY plane, and we're going to start drawing a line. So this is a more complicated shape. As you can see on page 4 of your activity, it's again going to be using the revolve command. So we are going to be having, a construction line, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and start. So I'm going to come in. I actually want to start making this part in the right side, and we'll work our way left. So there's no particular order. You can follow whatever order you want. And again, you don't need to dimension each line as you go. Just draw the shape in. We'll stop at this point because the line goes on a slope. So we'll continue the line back here. Make sure you click on the end. Okay, now notice this does not, it's not in line with this. The front is, but this one's not. It's going to come out further. So this one can be constrained together. Then you come back up here. It does appear to be in line with this one as well. So you'll come over here, come up, not as high as the other one. Then you'll come over here. You're going to come up, over, and you're going to come down. And then we're going to come over on a line to here. Now, it may not be clear in your activity, but we need a line here. So even the construction line, and I can put that in now, the construction line. Click out of construction line. If that little green line wasn't here, when we revolved this shape, it would have a totally different appearance. It wouldn't be a solid, it would be open because your sketch is open. So you have to have a closed sketch, even though we have a center line here or a construction line. So we're going to start dimensioning again. So we're going to come in here, and again, I'm going to dimension from this line to the center line. And our dimension tells us it is a 0.19. You're going to divide it by 2 because the dimension is only half. They're given a whole. Then we'll come in here and we will dimension this one, 0.25. And then we'll be coming to this one. Normally, it gives us a problem since you can see now that it's underneath. It'll go back when we put the dimension on it. 0.29 divided by 2, and I can see that I missed the division sign on my other one. So click on it. Divided by 2. So the next line, we're going to come over here and continue with our dimensions. This one is also 0.19. Okay, so it's already given us the message that it has been constrained to this, so we don't need a dimension. We will then come in here and dimension this one. You can see that this one also is going to be constrained to this one, but we didn't. So we'll come up here and just put it in. .25 divided by 2. Then this one, 0.3 divided by 2. Starting to look a little messy. We're not sure what the lines are we? But don't worry, Inventor does. Now, we'll zoom in here. We're going to need to dimension the distance from the top of the part to the bottom of this angle. And you can see that is 0.01. It is not going to be divided. Now, we have all the heights, so now we'll come in with the length. .05. Again, we don't need to dimension with a divided by. Even the insides, be very careful as you go. You want to make sure that you have the correct dimensions at the right place. And you'll see that there's even a overall dimension. Notice it was different. The one that's already there is 0.885. We're changing it to 88. That is going to affect this down in here. So, and that's the way it's supposed to. So now if you look, you have all your dimensions in. Everything has been dimensioned correctly. They're not blue because nothing is constrained to the 0. If we put a dimension from the construction line down to here and then from the origin to an end, everything would be blue, but we don't need to at this point. So we are through our sketch. Let's go ahead and we're going to, revolve it now. So again, we finish the sketch. We click on revolve. It is full. We're going to click the axis, which is our construction line. Hit OK. And now you have a really awesome part. It doesn't go through. Remember, everything is completed now except for one thing. We need to put the slots in the end. So we're going to get out of this, or we're going to go to the home position now. We're going to come over here to our browser. We're going to click on the origin. Notice now we have lots of planes showing up. I'm going to click on the XY plane. Notice the XY, plane, the XZ plane. Actually, I misspoke. I want the XZ. I want a flat plane on the bottom. So that's where I'm going to put our next sketch. And I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to start a sketch. On the XZ plane. I'm going to come in, put a rectangle here because we're going to make a cut here. So now all I need to do is dimension it. I'm going to come from the center to this line. And you can see that if you go back to page 3, the width of the slot is 0.04 and the length is 0.2. So we'll just remember that now. So half of 0.04 divided by 2. And we're going to come for the total width here is 0.04. Notice we're blue, it's constrained to the front, so all we need now is the length of this. And remember that was 0.2. So now it's finished. We're going to come in here, we're going to cut through here. So let's hit the finish sketch. Notice it's beneath there. We got to cut up through everything. So we're going to hit extrude. It is on the cut plane. You can see that it's already cut through both of them at 1 inch. It doesn't matter how long we put it. We want it to cut through both. So just click on the X and oops, my bad, we extruded. Let's come back in here. Edit feature. I want to cut. Again, you have to be careful. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking. Hit the green X now, and you can see now that we have the cut going through. It is exactly what we need. Again, you can change the color because instead of the generic, you can make it out of a plastic. You can you can change your color. You can do all kinds of different things. So let's go ahead again, put it in the home position, hit save, go to your H drive, go to the Automoblox folder. You can see I already have an axle up here. I'm just going to call this one AXLE, my initials, and this is number 1. So click save. Again, it asked me because it's not in the selected location. It is where we want it to go. Click yes. And again, come in here, click the I at the top left, click export, click PDF, and then hit save. It draws our drawing for us in a PDF format. It's showing us that we got everything. Looks good, don't it, guys? So go ahead This is